Hello, it's Christine from the channel Christine and Celeste. And today I'd like to introduce a Lenormand. Now, before we go any further, I don't do divination much anymore. So I don't use the Lenormand the way it's supposed to be used, as in divination. So some might come in my readings, but I wanted to introduce Lenormand that I don't see around, and I think it's a shame because it's a very interesting set of cards. So it's the Egyptian Lenormand by Nefer Khepri. She's a Reiki master teacher, and she created this deck that she calls Divination, Healing, and Magic, and it's got all that in it. So it's so multidimensional that I wanted to make a video about it, because I tried and to find some videos on YouTube, and honestly, there's not that many, about 2, I think. So let's start. So who's Nefer Khepri? I like to look a little bit at who's the person who created the deck. Hi Adele, it's in English today. I hope you understand me. And she does things I really like. She does some manifestation mandalas. So what you do is that you send her your 4 goals for the year, for your life, or 4 goals by email, and then she will do a manifestation mandala for you. So I'll put underneath all the links for her website. She also does soul portraits, which are really visual readings she does, but in a channeled manner. Now she says this deck has been channeled. So it is a Lenormand because it follows, like when we say it's a tarot, when it follows the 78 cards. Well, it does here, it follows the Lenormand, but first of all, it's Egyptian based. She channeled it, which means that she received messages about the cards when she created it. And then it's not only a divination deck, it's also for healing and magic. Now, before we start into it, I know you know this, but I will say again, healing doesn't mean if you've got an illness that it will cure you. Medicine will cure you. Healing is energy. It means that if you're feeling down, it will give you energy. It will give you the right energy to help you with your illness, but it does not cure, it does not replace any medical attention. So now that's said, let's dig into it. So it's published by Schiffer. It comes in a big box. Maybe I'll show you the box like this, where the book, and you put here the deck, and you have a presentation about the author here. You have all her, I don't know if you can see, let me see, it's going to show. No, I'll put the links underneath. I'm not sure you can read this. I'll put the links underneath. Anyway, so what does it consist of? There's the content. First of all, it's a beautiful book, let me say. They did put the money into the book and the illustrations. And as you can see here, I see it's gold. I think it's written in gold here, just for the contents. All the writing is absolutely exquisite. So obviously you have, the usual interpretation of the cards, how to read the cards. So it's really like a Lenormand up to here. After that, you've got activation of the deck for healing and magic. And we're going to look at that a little bit. Health and healing, the power of magic for manifestation. And there's other things too. So let me show you. So that's all the introduction. All right, for each card. So for the first one, the rider, you have the correspondence with the playing cards. You have the keywords, and then what the rider means in Lenormand. And you have different sources too. She likes to reference other sources than her, and she puts the name there. You also have the ancient Egyptian meaning. If you're into Egypt or Egyptian ceremony, then it will help you for that. I think I'm going to, my camera is going up and down. Let me block it. I can see that it's not great to see that. Where is it? There. Yeah, I don't know why it can't. There, that's done. Okay, that's better. Sorry about this. Technology, huh? So now it's clear, right? It doesn't move anymore. Yes, so the ancient Egyptian meaning, and that's for every card. Some cards she changed the name of. Let me find one. So it's just a beautiful book in color with all our drawings. This is a different name. For example, she adapted it to the Egyptian pantheon, really. So you have all these, like a normal deck. And then for the male and female figures, she did God and Pharaoh for men. So you've got two sets of men figures, and you have two sets of women. So you can interchange them the way you want, which is, you know, a more modern way to see relationships, really. So I show you the pages. So there's not that much difference to start with. Now we get to the Lenormand word card. She gives you an option about which card you want to use as a word card. So you can choose the desert fox, the moon, or the anchor. And once you've chosen it, you stick with it. I've chosen the fox personally, but you can choose your word card. Then you have all the locations. You know, I like to do this, if you lost something, if you're trying to find someone, you can do a location. Of course, you can do it with the pendulum, but you can also do it with this deck. There's a lot of information in this deck. So you have all the location correspondences for each card. How to read it? So then you've got exercises and spreads about how to read the deck. She really says, and I like this, that's how I learned it, that the first card is the subject card and the second card is the adjective. And if you start with two cards like this, you will make a sentence and then start doing your readings. Then you've got how to choose a significator. I don't personally, except for magic, but not for readings. 3-card spread, 5-card spread. And you always have an example of the spreads. I love the way she draws personally. 7-card spread, 9, the 10-card spread. So you have plenty of spreads to play with. And the pyramids, with examples again. So it's really a full color book, really well explained, perfect for beginners. How to do the quint of a reading, as in adding the numbers to make a new number and have the energy of that reading. Here you have the activation of the deck for healing and magic. So what happens is that this is the deck, right? That's the backs. So they're shiny, Schiffer, because they were published in a while ago. Let me see if I can find a date. Maybe on the side. No. (2014). Okay, so 2014. So it's Schiffer. Well, it's shiny, but you know, it's not as problematic as tarot cards are to me. It doesn't really matter that it's shiny. And then you have like the backs, but you have 2 activation cards and you have the word on it, activation. And what you do is that when you receive your deck, you do a ceremony with your deck, the activation cards, and a candle. So I did this, my deck is fully activated. And actually she says, you know, that these cards are for activation, but I put them back in the deck when I read. Because personally, if these cards come in my reading, first of all, I use them before reading. So what I do, I'll show you if I can. Right. To focus on my reading, I put my hands on them. And with the deck in between, like this, that's it. And I connect with the energy of the deck. Once I've done this, I put this back in, and then I shuffle. And if these cards come out, to me, it's because I need to intuit a message, an extra message that's not in a card. So then I'll concentrate on the pyramid or on the eye and try and get an extra message. So you can use them the way you want, but I use them like this. So let's go back to the book. That's it. So I've done this exactly. That's the activation of the deck. How to perform magic. So she gives you a text to read or to say. That's comments about it. Now, health and healing, as I said, it's about energy. It's not about curing any disease. So you have health associations. Now, she says she does not read about health. But it's interesting to know about it. I personally made myself a list because there's so much to learn about this. You see, it's so much more than a normal Lenormand. Obviously, I don't read the Lenormand as such, so maybe you get all that when you read the Lenormand. But to me, it's a great system. How to channel healing energy. And then how to do healing sessions. So once again, healing as in giving energy, not curing. I really insist on this. How to do long distance. I mean, she put it all. She really did. The power of magic and manifestation. How to manifest things in your life using the cards. So setting an intention, and then the magical association of the cards. And you have for each card the association. So what I did, I don't think it's finished. I think there's more. That's for each card. And then the Egyptian deities associated with the cards, because she channeled the deck. And she says who she worked with for each card or who's in each card. And then how to do a spell. They're all positive spells. Obviously, we're not into crazy magic here. It's just to make things happen in your life that are blocked, remove blocks, or manifest something so you can help yourself with this deck. So what I did, because it's so much information, I did this. I don't like spreadsheets, but hey, sometimes. So for each card, I put the name, the meaning, the body part, the location, the magic, and the deity associated with the card. And I did that for each of them. And then that's my worksheet. And I can use it when I read with the deck. So I'm going to show you the cards. I mean, there's not much to say on them, as in, you know, it's, you come closer, as it's a Lenormand, but it's Egyptian. I find personally every drawing exquisite, but that's my style, you like it or not. You have the corresponding playing card here. You have the numbers, so you can do the quint if you have a 2 or 3 card reading. You can do 5, 6, and 7. Then you add them and see what card you get as a quint. You have the name of the card and a signature here, which, you know, doesn't bother me because they're all paintings. She channeled these paintings, so I find it's normal that she has her signature here. It's not like it is a copyright, but it's nice. It's a signature like a painting. It's different. So if you like Egypt on the top of it and it has meaning for you, look at the fox. I love the use of colors. If you're sensitive to colors, so you have guides, you have body parts, you have locations. What can I say? It's quite a full-on deck that you can use, and on top of divination, if you want to do divination with it. See the ring? So you have 2 rings here. And in her book, she does put the regular meaning for the deck and the Egyptian meaning. So you have both, you can work on both. As I said, you have the 2 male figures here and the 2 women figures here that you can mix and match if you want to use them as significators or if they come up in a reading. I think I've said most of the things I wanted to say about it. It's a magical little deck if you want to try it yourself, to set intention, do magic, find something in a location. You can do plenty of things, or send healing. You can also, with these cards, if you want, activate other decks, because, you know, it's not just for this one. I can activate other decks. And since I've been working with this one, I must say I'm a lot more tactile with my decks, because I'm someone who looks at the picture and gets very inspired by the picture. But now, because of the activation cards, I am more tactile, and I like to put my hands on the deck too and have a feel for the card this way. So it opened one of my senses. So I hope you like this presentation. I keep it short and sweet. I don't know if there's any questions, but if there isn't, I wish you a great day, and I hope that if you have it and you haven't used it for a while, well, bring it back out, and you could set your intention for the new year maybe with this deck. That'd be very nice. So I can see Adele and Ange. I hope you understand English, but I'm about to finish, so I hope you're having a good day, and I see you very soon. Bye-bye.